Me and Riaz are here bringing you a new DFS video for the season. Technically, the season opener. We're recording it during the Clippers and the Lakers game right now, but it's halftime, so we're gonna bang this video out for you quick. We got some Fire 5 picks for you. We got a huge 13-game slate. We're sorry we didn't cover the two-game slate, but you know what? I feel like the slate is better for our viewers. There's really not much you can do with a two-game slate. You're almost like playing a showdown at that point. But what do you think about this slate, Riaz?
I like this slate. I like that it's a 13 game slate. The over unders, we really don't have that big of spreads, and it's just a good way to start the season off. Since we don't have Thursday games, so Christmas is Friday, so this will be
Yep.
good.
I'm looking at the lines right now. It looks like the Mavericks and the Suns game has got the highest projected point total. I'm sure that's a big pace up spot too, and that's at 10:30. I like participating in those late games, especially on a huge slate. A lot of the times when you pepper some of the early games, especially some of the ones that are projected to be lower scoring, you tend to find yourself in a shitty situation when it comes to a GPP.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. Like the Knicks Pacers game, uh, over under 12, 12. I won't be playing anybody really in there. Probably one or two plays if I'm in a mass entry, and then the Heat and the Magic, 218 over under. It's just there's just too low of over unders when you got 237, 225, 229. There's just no reason for it.
Yeah, I agree. But there's a lot of good games, so let's get right into it. Who do you think you're gonna plug into this point guard spot?
For the point guard, I'm gonna go with Jeff Teague here at 4,000. He's gonna get 30, 35 plus minutes here with Kemba Walker still being out, still on injury. So, especially playing
Yeah.
Milwaukee, who just swapped guards with the New Orleans Pelicans. We'll have to see what Drew Holiday.
Yeah, I like Jeff Teague here too. I think he's going to be super chalky though. Definitely at that price, and especially because you know the minutes are there, because obviously minutes are key in NBA DFS. But I think you could see some time here with someone, someone like Marcus Smart playing a little bit of point guard here. But I think Teague will do enough to, get you some really good value. Maybe probably around 5 6x on that salary.
Oh, for sure, and especially with the playmakers he has around him, he really doesn't have to score. He'll have the assist and rebound factor for it.
Yep, I agree.
Anybody else you want to talk about for point guard?
For point guard, I like Alfred Payton here. I watched some of the Knicks preseason because I wanted to see what Obi Toppin had in him.
Hmm.
Um, Alfred Payton, he's a guy that doesn't have to score to get you the points either. Honestly, he's kind of a low key triple double factor out there. He likes those nickel doubles. He'll get you eight rebounds. He'll get you 5 assists, and he'll score 10 points, couple steals, maybe a block. Like he kind of can do it all out there. He's not the most efficient guy every night. You don't know what Alfred Payton you're getting. His ceiling is high, but his floor is super low. But he at one point in February last year, he was priced at upper 7,000 range. So I think getting him here at 54 when you know the minutes are going to be there, I think it's a decent shot. But they do have Emmanuel quickly who played pretty well in the preseason. So I don't know how much run they're going to give him, but I'd definitely take a look at Alfred Payton.
Yeah, I think that's a really good play there. And I was just looking at his game log. That feels like forever ago, almost a full year now. And yeah, late February he was 7-4. And then always you can go Luca, you can go Harden, you can go Trey Young. Very hesitant with Westbrook going against Philly, but other than that, bro, let's set us up here in the shooting guard position.
So shooting guard, I'm looking at another young guy here. I honestly like Tyrese Halliburton from the Kings. He's someone that's going to step into a role, where he can look to put up probably 10 to 12 shots tomorrow night. I'm thinking that, he's going to get a lot of good run with the starters. I'm not sure if he's in the starting lineup, but he was playing around 28 to 30 minutes in the preseason, and he had a lot of run with Fox on the court and Buddy Hield on the court, and he was plugged in at the shooting guard position. So, you know, Bogdanovich is out of town, so I'm thinking that he's going to play similar to that role.
Yeah, without a doubt. And especially this preseason was weird because a lot of starters played 20, 25 minutes when usually they'd probably play about 5 minutes and then just sit there and just BS around. But if I was,
Yeah,
I do
especially
like
someone
this
like the
play for
Kings.
sure. Yeah, oh yeah. But if I were to plug somebody in here, I feel like shooting guard is kind of where I'm going to pay up. So I'm probably going to go with Devin Booker here, just the sole fact he doesn't have to run point guard as much with the addition of Chris Paul, and he's sitting at 8-9. I just really like that price point for him. I see him getting a 5 to 6 six times value here, and just hitting like 50, 60 DraftKings points for us.
Yeah, I looked at Booker. Someone like Booker, it scares me. He's score dependent, and I can definitely see with the addition of Chris Paul, Chris Paul kind of racking up those assists. Those big nights where you're playing Booker is when he gets you 8 to 10 assists. When he's
Yeah.
plugged into that point guard role. So that's kind of tough, but like I said, that's a pace up game. That's a big spot, and they're playing against a really good team. I think they got a lot of hype around them. They want to show, they're coming off a hot bubble. Like they want to show what they got. So Booker is someone who's looking to prove something for sure.
Oh yeah, 100%. Let's jump right into the small forward position. It's pretty it's pretty stacked, the small forward position. You got Tatum, Ben Simmons, Ingram, Butler, DeRozan, Middleton. I really haven't checked much on the value here. With you got Rudy Gay, you got OG Anobi. What are you thinking here, Brewer?
I think someone you should take a look at is Jeremy Grant. He's plugged into a starting role over at Detroit now. He was someone who fit really nice with the Nuggets when he was playing for him. He played really well in the bubble. I think he's hot right now. Obviously he's only had 2 months off. But I think he's came right in. Going to plug right into Detroit's system. And I think that he can play a pretty significant role here.
Yeah, I like that play. We got a lot of cheap value going here, which is good because you gotta find the value here, especially in a 13 game slate. But if I were to plug and play somebody here, I'd probably go with Zion. It's not the best matchup for him, so I'm thinking here try to get a little sneaky GPP play in here. Have Zion against Toronto, very low owned. Hopefully, his price is still basically where it was last year at 7.5. So I think I really like Zion Williams here.
Yeah, for sure. Zion's he's just a do it all type of guy. He's even probably going to rack you up a couple assists here and there. That team, they're looking to make a playoff push. I'm sure they're going to be, giving it their all during the regular season. And, as long as, they can get Zion out there playing, I think Zion's probably going to be in the upper 9K range at some point in the
Oh, for
season.
sure.
Honestly, someone like you can take a shot at some of these rookies, Anthony Edwards in there. I'm not sure if you can plug in Denny into the small forward spot. Yeah, you can plug in Denny. He's at 4K for Washington. And right now Rui Hachimura is out, and Scott Brooks says that Denny has a really good chance at playing starting at small forward this year. I think you're going to get a lot of drive and kick opportunity with him and Beal. So I mean with Beal and Westbrook, a lot of drive and kick over. He's a really good shooter, Denny is. So
Yeah.
he had a hot preseason, and I think if you were to look for someone for value there, I think Denny's not a bad shot.
All right, let's jump into the power forward position here. I said I like Zion. I forget when you plug in somebody on DraftKings, they push it, but I, let's see what you think here, Brewer. I'm picking Zion here. I already kind of discussed I liked the low ownership aspect, but
there's someone I really like here is Sabonis. Sabonis, he's playing in that early game at 7. It's not my favorite game on the slate, obviously, but there's a lot of guys who are probably priced down. Someone like RJ Barrett might be even priced down a little bit on that game. But someone like Sabonis, man, just super super consistent. If you look at his numbers, his floor is I what is it, 32 maybe his floor
oh
around there,
yeah,
32, 35. He's double double every time he steps out there. He could get a couple assists. He's not much of a shot blocker with Miles Turner out there, but if Miles Turner gets in a foul trouble, he's gonna slide right into center. He's gonna go berserk. He's someone that's gonna be up in the upper 8K range by the end of the year. So
That's like the biggest thing when the season first starts. You get everybody at a discount until DraftKings kind of figures out where they want to place everybody, and you just got to take advantage of it. So Zion Williams here at 7.5 and Sabonis here at 7.4. I mean, you just got to take advantage of those price points.
Yeah,
Uh,
especially those are two guys who could find themselves playing a little bit of center too. You never know, how they're going to manage their minutes or, how they're going to fit into the rotation. Even PJ Washington too played pretty decent in the preseason. He's power forward and center eligible, so you can kind of look to him at either position. But, PJ Washington, he's in the 7 o'clock game, which is not my favorite. But hey, he was putting up around 15 to 17 shots in the preseason. Wasn't very efficient. The shot wasn't falling, but if he can have a really good, really hot start, I think you can definitely see him hitting a really good price here, and his price will probably end up going up. I mean, he's only priced at 4.2.
oh wow, yeah, that's actually a really good price for him. All right, let's jump into this center position for our last of our Fire Five. I was gonna touch on him in the power forward, but I saved him here for center. I really like John Collins here. He's kind of a do it all guy here. He gets rebounds, he gets points, he's a shot blocker. He runs the floor with Trey Young. I mean, he's a young talent that is going against the Chicago Bulls, who is it? Who's their center? The
Wendell Carter will probably play a lot of center.
Yeah, and I just don't see him really stopping Collins. I feel like Collins will just be able to do whatever he wants down low.
Well, you'll see Collins. It depends. Collins for me depends on Capella's health. I'm not sure if Capella's playing tomorrow night. If Capella's in, I'm not huge on that price point for Collins. They brought in Gallinari, and you don't know if Gallinari they're gonna be playing him. He's not much of a three, Gallinari. You can't really play Gallinari at the three. He's more of that stretch forward type guy,
Yeah.
which could take away from Collins. But I think if Capella's out, which he's questionable now, I think Collins is a great play.
Yeah, I just said update. Capella is doubtful to play Wednesday against the Bulls due to left Achilles soreness, so it'll probably be Carter, Wendell there. But anybody else that's really grabbing your eye for the center position?
Yeah, usually I would pay up on center. I think there's two guys that I like. You can touch on them pretty quick. I like Joe Val here, Jonas Valanciunas.
Mm-hmm.
He's priced at 7.1. There's been times where he put up 75 DraftKings points in a night. I mean, you don't really know what you're getting, but if he can assert himself into the offense early, I mean, man, he can go crazy. He's like that Drummond type, grabs rebounds, gets those easy buckets, and plus Ja's evolving. They got Dylan Brooks on the outside. They got some shooters, so if he can just get a lot of offensive rebounds, kicks, little pick and roll action with Ja, I think he can be a serious factor here.
Yeah, I do like that, and like you touched on, he really doesn't need to play that many minutes to get his rebounds and his points. If he starts early, I mean, you've seen it before, like last year, he could get 50. So if you said you like to pay up on centers, you got Karl Anthony Towns going against Detroit, and then you got Joel Embiid going against Washington. Those are two great plays, I think.
Yeah, and Giannis being center eligible is pretty big.
Yeah.
I like that. I think the last guy I wanted to touch on though was Christian Wood.
Oh yeah,
Um, he's
yeah.
priced at he's priced at 6.3. You don't really know what you're gonna get out of this Houston team. Who knows if even Harden pops out to the game tomorrow? I don't know what to expect out of this Houston team. All I know, Christian Wood's gonna be in there. He's probably gonna play a shit ton of minutes, and when he's on the floor, he's super efficient. It's just bottom line. When he's out there, he plays. His last year on Detroit when Griffin was hurt and they had really no one else to turn to. I mean, he was stepping in there and putting up monster numbers. If you look at his game log, I think 6.3 is just underpriced for him.
Yeah, I mean, last game that he played, his salary was 8-1, and he still hit the value that we're looking for. He put up 53 DraftKings points. Christian Wood is a monster, and now he's on a better team with Harden if he sticks around and John Wall. John Wall loves to look for the centers too, so you're going to see a lot of
Yeah,
lobs here. You're going to see a lot of both of them just kind of dishing it down to the big man.
yeah, he made Marcin Gortat look good back in the day
Oh
against
yeah,
John Wall. The problem was with the Rockets, Wall, he's a super high I'm not gonna say ball hog, but he's ball dominant. He likes the ball in his hands. Harden likes the ball in his hands. And then you got DeMarcus Cousins. You don't know how many minutes he's gonna play. I'm assuming around 20 to 25 for Cousins tomorrow.
Yeah,
Um, but I think Christian Wood, I think he's gonna play around 30 to 32.
without a doubt. If we take out Collins here and then we put in one Wood, that leaves us with the three remaining players at 7-8. So I mean, you guys have so much room to throw a superstar in, a couple superstars, get one more kind of mid-range value play there, and I mean, just enjoy the slate here. We find basketball's finally back. It's not the bubble. It's not as exciting because it's not the playoffs. But basketball is basketball, and either way, it's going to be a hell of a time.
Yeah, I'm super excited for tomorrow night's slate. I hope everyone, does well. We gave you guys some value here. We gave you guys, we didn't give you a stud, but listen, you got 13, around 13 studs to pay up for on the slate. Some of those guys like Luca, Harden if he's out there, even someone like Tatum, like Giannis is on this slate. Just those guys, obviously, they have incredible, huge ceilings, but. I think DraftKings always on this first week it gets sketchy because some people are priced really low, some people are priced really high. So you're kind of you're just throwing shots out there, but if you can hit, you can hit. So this is where you capitalize on those mistakes by DraftKings.
Yeah, without a doubt. We're just gonna kick it to you to end this, Brewer.
Yeah. So like I said, thank you guys for tuning in. We're bringing you the daily content from now on. I hope you guys really enjoy this and I hope you guys win some money tomorrow. So comment, like, subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time.